Hey everybody, Ed here from Animal Adventures with my good friend Aslon. He's the Carpathian lynx, and even though I'm sitting here petting him, I'm very cautious, understanding he's still a wild animal. So, I'm kind of petting him and reading his body posture and all that. And he's very well behaved though, but just want to always make sure I give a little message of safety because wild animals can still be very unpredictable, even though he's kind of a smush today. But we're doing a little series called My Story. A lot of people want to know where our animals came from. So Aslon, his parents were from a zoo in Germany that shut down or downsized. And then I knew people that would buy out zoos from overseas and give the animals a second chance at a good home. And then he was born here in the United States. He was born in an area where it was quite cold, and he was supposed to go to a zoo in a warmer climate. I have to kind of protect the names of places and all that. And what happened was it was too hot to ship them, because they do ship animals. It is actually a very safe way to do it, because everything's climate controlled at the airport and everything. But it can't be, I think it was above 81 degrees on the tarmac when they ship them, and where he was landing was going to be too hot. And it was quite a hot spell, and so by the time that the hot spell was going to be over, he would have been too old. The facility wasn't going to give him a home at that point, and he was already away from his mom. His mom had stopped taking care of him at that point. So they called us, and I was out at a Friendly's with my son having an ice cream, talking about dirt bikes, having a good old day. And they called up, and I called all the proper legal authorities, because it's paperwork and a lot of hoops to jump through, and everything just went through super fast. And 2 days later, we had this beautiful, tiny little kitten. He's grown many, many times since then. He was just a few pounds when we got him. And I don't think anybody was aware of this, but when we got him, we noticed once in a while he would just bite, like unusual. We've worked with a lot of cats, and every once in a while he would just bite. He bit my daughter Sky really good in the hand, and something wasn't right. So we took him in and had a bunch of x-rays done, and it took a while, but we found in his knee, so your socket should be like that, and then the ball fits in like that, but it was like this. And so when he was moving a certain way, he was pinching the nerves and causing great pain, and he'd bite what was ever in front of him. And so he could have had surgery, which is very expensive and not always successful. It's a very complex surgery, and we just we're looking for a surgeon, and I am a prayerful family, so we were praying over him and everything. And I'll cut the story short. He ended up being completely healed and totally fine. Then we noticed he was having trouble eating as he got older, and turns out a camera that was used in his throat revealed there was a tiny hole in his larynx that was probably there since birth. That's what they're thinking, and as he got older, it kind of expanded and got more irritated. And same thing, it's not really much you can do for that kind of injury, and we just kept praying over him and, doing all we could do for him with, diet changes and all that. And then he just all healed up, and he's completely healthy, passes all his physicals, just a healthy, beautiful cat. Sometimes you might see a little shaking. That's pretty normal on cats when they stand still. One study showed it's because cats have fast twitch muscles and they're not really designed to stay stationary for too long, but all his levels, everything is perfect. We have awesome veterinarians that come and take care of him and make sure that our animals are healthy. And he's a picture of health. Some people say he might be a little husky, I guess we would use that word, but you know what? Better a couple pounds too heavy than a couple pounds too light. So that's Aslon. This is Aslon. That's his story, and he's like 10 years old now. So we've had him for 10 years, and he's honestly, I've worked with a lot of wonderful animals. I've been doing this my entire life, and I'm 60 years old now, and literally grew up doing animal rescue and hanging out with animals, and he's one of the best animals I've ever had the privilege to work with. So there you go. That's Aslon's story.